My late father-in-law had retired, and he got to know a person who was doing his own glasswork, making ships in bottles, ships in cases, of very much of a poor quality, but he was just producing stuff to try and sell. And he got involved in putting money behind him, and it wasn't going well. So anyway, my late wife and I supported him financially on it, and we ended up starting our own company called Heritage Glass Sculptures. And we ended up employing two of the top glass workers, Norman and Brian. Everyone was making ships in bottles. So we decided that we would go for ships in cases. We used to attend the International Spring Fair at Birmingham. And at that show you get the buyers from around the world would come. And that's where we meet people like Wing On, department store. They came and they would order thousands of pounds worth of stock. You know, I want 20 of these, I want 20 of those. So we would make the order for them. We never made any items just for stock. We always made to order. Because that's why we owe to service the customer. We made commissions, special items, like this one here, for example. This was made for the Sultan of Oman. Now we must have made about 20 different ships. All the time I was trying to come up with a new idea for a name, you know. The usual ones, Cutty Sark, Victory, you know, Santa Maria. So you start looking around and you look at names and you pick other names up. Thermopylae was the sister ship to the Cutty Sark, for example, you know. So she wouldn't make it look like it, but it just it sold, you know, a different flag, a different sail on it, you know. But for the big ones, the big prestige ones, the huge big ones, we went to town on them. We really did, because they were paying us £500 just for a ship. Now the hardest part of making those is trying to keep the glass at the same temperature, because you've got a ship's base that's long, a solid piece of glass, and trying to work it. Now most people do it would fall apart, shatter. But our guys, they had it worked out. They could do it. The important thing in China, for the Chinese people in Hong Kong, was that we supplied a blank nameplate, so they could have it engraved and put on. And then they wanted limited editions, right? So the limited editions always had the number 8 in it. It could be number 8, 18, 88, 28, whatever, you know, it was limited edition, number 8, you know. So that was always an important thing to do for China. They started off doing ships. Ships is always the main thing, because a ship in a bottle was a traditional idea. But we branched out from there. We made cars, vintage cars. We also made steam traction engines. We made things that people asked us to make. Airplanes was a popular item. The important thing now is to be able to pass on those skills to other people. Many have retired now. The industry has fallen away, and really the only ones really left of any quality are Wearside Glass Sculptures and what they're doing up at the Glass Centre, training new people to come along and take over. Because these are skills that will carry people through for the future.